What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Salamangreat getting boosted up with the power of Premium Princess. On the right side here, we actually have a brand new feature deck. We have Raidraptors going up against this. This deck is going to be supported with the new releases. I think they got like 5 new cards, as well as an untargetable monster, unaffected monster, I should say, in their XYZ level 13. Before we dive into the like comment side, we're going to be seeing Salamangreat. It's going to start it off with a normal summon of a Salamangreat of fire here. That's going to let them search for anything, locking them into fires, but it's going to be searching for a gazelle. So we can obviously link away that copy of fire for our Balinks, get the effect to summon itself out. Lots of good stuff here. These are going to be 2 of the rogue decks of this format. I think that Raidraptors is definitely super cheap with the reprint of the Tribute Lanius, as well as a bunch of the other cards in the OTS 24 being commons, being dirt cheap already. I definitely think that some people are going to be picking this deck up, and I wanted to be featuring it on the channel. I had no idea what this deck did before yesterday, and it's actually pretty cool. So we're going to see them go for the Balinks, summoning out the Gazelle, dumping the copy of the Roar here. So we're obviously going to be able to relink at some point. We're going to be activating Silent Mining, sending the Jaguar to search for a copy of Spinny here. So we're going to activate Spinny, boosting up the attack, getting it in the graveyard so it can actually summon itself back out. Then we're going to overlay for a copy of Mirage Dahlia. Mirage Dahlia can actually activate effects to summon from the deck here, which we are going to be seeing. And I thought there a second we're going to see them get hit with Ash Blossom, but they're going to go for a Foxy here. So not looking like we opened up any hand traps. I think they are playing 12 hand traps. The deck profile will be going up in the few days for the Raidraptors. We did get the Salamangreat deck profile yesterday, so if you guys did enjoy that, let me know in the comment section down below. We're going to be seeing the Foxy going to go into another copy of the Balinks, and then we link up into the copy of the Princess here. And so the reason why we're doubling up on the Balinks is because we want to actually put back one of them into the extra deck here. We also have a copy of the Weasel to summon himself out. And then we're going to be going into the copy of the... we saw Princess, and now we're going into the Raging Phoenix. And then we can put Sanctuary, Raging Phoenix activates effects. And then we're going to be able to activate to reset that Roar, as well as get the search off of the other card. And we're going to be giving them the copy of the Spinny with our lovely copy of Weasel here, drawing us a card, drawing into Droll and Lockbird, which is really nice as well. You do get to search for a copy of the Will, so maybe already having Rage in the hand. There is an extended combo that we have as well. We're going to see Princess going to be destroying, and then we're going to be protecting here. So I actually don't think that Princess can revive. I could be mistaken, but it says destroy them, and if you do... But I guess I could be mistaken. We're going to see Princess reborning out the fire here, linking away into a copy of the Sprint. Sprint can then dump, with the fire being a level 2, dumping the copy of EMP Meow Grenade. This is going to be an interruption as a bounce. Then we have the Will effect can activate, bringing back out some of the monsters here, going for a Foxy, Gazelle, Spinny, as well as the Jaguar here. We're going to see them go for a Lion Emperor. This is essentially another copy of Sunlight Wolf. It can add back any card. We haven't used a hand trap yet, so we can't add back a fire, but we're going to add back the Gazelle. And we have also the Sprint Bounce. We're going to set an additional card here, and nothing to link away those 2 copies of Foxy and Jaguar, interestingly enough. We're just going to see a pass turn on this. They do draw into another thing, which you're going to be seeing them go normal summon with Samorg, act for the effect to normal summon out the Samorg once again here. So like instead of hand traps, we have Samorg cards. Taking a page right out of Flandre's book, being able to have those doubles. But it is going to let us XYZ summon. This one does not lock us into anything. So we could potentially go into a Raider's Knight or another card that is of the XYZ sorts. They're going to activate the Raidraptor thingy. I don't even know what they really do. But it's going to link away into a 4-Strix. This is the XYZ, which is a quite good XYZ. I do want to mention, being just 2-wing beasts, pretty generic, to be honest. I was going to say, we could potentially see the Sprint bounce there, but they're going to be searching for a copy of the Swallow, and summoning out the Mimikry Lanius. I believe that's which one they're called. They're all like Laniuses and stuff like that. We are going to be seeing Sprint going to be bouncing here. And we also see Droll on Resolution. That's going to be a quite hard punish. You know, they already have 2 cards on the field as well. They're going to scoop it up there, realizing that John could have enough. They do have the Field Spell in hand as well. Opening up double copy of Samorg plus Field Spell feels definitely bad. That's not at all what you want to be seeing. Yeah, if you had a couple hand traps instead, it would have been a little bit better. Definitely what they were probably looking for. I don't think you really want to ever open up the double Samorgs. But it looks like Winged Beasts do have a problem with consistency. There might be a world where they play like Swallow's Nest, I think. I don't even know. Back in the day, my brother used to play Raidraptor, so he might know a little bit more than I do. I don't even remember anything. I remember watching the anime, and that was like about it, about those cards. I think the guy who plays it is named Shay. I'm not really sure. But definitely a different deck. But Arc V is getting lots of love recently, you know. With Super Samurai getting support, Pendulum's getting support. Even we have like the Meat deck. I think that's was from also Arc V. I don't even remember. And then now Raidraptor is getting support as well. Pretty nice. I do enjoy when a deck gets support, but I want my Fluffles to get support. Where am we getting that? You know, Fluffle Whale was pretty good, but I want some more. We're going to be diving back in here. Most likely going to be seeing the Raidraptor deck going to be choosing to go first. I know that they're rank 13. Just blows up everything on the field. And is unaffected by card effects. So pretty powerful if we do some of that out. It's also a 4,000 attack monster. You know, the previous one was a 35, and people were summoning that off like in the Dragon. But now, why do 35 when we get 4K? Now we're going to be seeing the Raidraptor starting off, you know, going back into the gameplay here. Doing some Raidraptor combos, going for 2 level 4s. XYZ into a Raider's Knight here. Raider's Knight can activate the effect, detaching the Mimikry Lanius to overlay for a copy of the Brave Strix, I believe. One of the new cards from Phantom Nightmare. We are going to be seeing the Salamangreat player picking it up for a second and reading it. And we are going to search for a copy of the ranking up into the copy of the Arsenal Falcon. This card was played in the copy of Kashtira for a bit, but now it has found its home back in its original deck, Raidraptors. And it does summon out a level 4 Winged Beast, going for the Struggle Lanius. Struggle Lanius can then reborn back out a copy of the new one. Going for that copy now of the Wise, I think it's 4 Strix. Now we can see the effect of the Raidraptor overlaying into that unaffected body, going for that 4K, and then obviously there's nothing on the opponent's side of that field, so we can't nuke it, but still quite powerful. Then we see Raider's Wing summon itself out. We control a PK, which is the Raider's Wing, therefore we can go for a boot, and then we can link those into a copy of the Bardiche. Bardiche can then send the other copy of Raider's Knight, because it is considered a copy of the Phantom Knights, then setting the Shade. Again, then attach to summon out, going for a copy of the Gaga Magician here. I think when Gaga Magician hits the graveyard, it can summon back out. We're going to be seeing the Mimikry go for a Swallows, or the Raidraptor Nest card, which just searches for a copy of the Singing Lanius, which is just an extender here. I know this card was played back in Lunar Lights when you wanted to get like another level 4 extender. It was quite pricey for a while as well. We're going to see it summon itself out, then going for another copy here, going for what looks like a Redoer or an Arc Rebellion. Then we're going to see them detach, summon out the Arsenal, searching for a copy of a rank up. So now we have 2 rank ups in the hand, as well as it looks like a copy of Droll, setting them both and just passing on this. I wonder if they can go for, instead of the Arc Rebellion, just go for them overlaying into like an F-Zero. So they have like a kind of monster negate. But will we see maybe an evenly matched here? We're going to see them rank up with the copy of that, going into a Kali Yuga, and this makes it so that our opponent cannot activate any monster effects for the rest of this turn. We just turn skipped once again. Holy. Well, I don't think they can play through this. I mean, we just have game on board as well. We just pass and have game. That's actually so funny. We're going to see them normal summon out the fire here. Link away into the copy of Balinks. We can't activate any monster effects, but we can kill Gazelle. We essentially have a skill drain on the field. Spinny will then bump up the Gazelle. Thinking that we can actually make through this, though. So we're going to see them go for a copy of the Princess. Then we can activate the Will here. Does Will just target any fire? And they just realize they can't activate any of the card effects on the field. So they just scoop it up there, realizing it's going to be too much. Caluga is a crazy card. Essentially a turn skip. We were actually cooking for a bit, and then, we got hit and just realized that it's going to be too much. I don't even know if there's anything that you can really do. Maybe Cosmic it, but other than that, it's like I don't really know. But turn skips are not really the most reliable anymore, unfortunately. We all wish that they were, I guess. It'd be pretty crazy. But we are going to be seeing Salamangreat is going to be going first once again, having that powerful fire boost that we are seeing lately. I definitely think that fires have gotten such a crazy boost in the recent sets. Like, Permian Princess is crazy. Salamangreat is getting another card as well. They're getting like a baby Decode Talker. Let's assume summon out monsters or a link monster during your opponent's turn. So we're going to be able to go for the Phoenix, and then of course the other Phoenix, not just Raging Phoenix, the other one, the Pyro Phoenix, can actually destroy all the cards on the field when it is summoned as well. So having like a nice little Raigeki is pretty crazy. It has some really cool interactions where it can use itself plus another Pyro Phoenix on the field, or even a Raging Phoenix. Like, it just has some crazy combos. I'm not quite sure when we're going to get that card. Hopefully maybe in like Hidden Arsenal or Chapter 1 or whatever it is called. The Battle of Legends Chapter 1. Maybe in another side set. But hopefully soon, because I am going to be looking forward to playing that card. Or seeing it played, I guess. I'm not the Salad player here. But we're going to be diving back into Game 3 with Salad going first. We do see a circle in the draw phase. Going to let us play through that copy of the Droll and Lockbird if they do have it. We do search for a copy of Gazelle there. Then we see a normal summon of a fire having that effect as well. Going to be able to search for a copy of most likely the Spinny, but going for a Weasel instead. And we do have that Droll and Lockbird, which is going to be quite problematic for the deck. That means no copies of the Sanctuary for us. We're going to be linking away Balinks, summon out the Gazelle. Gazelle effect going to be dumping. Dumping either the Spinny or the Roar here. Chances are we won't be able to relink, so dumping Roar anyways, okay. We then link away into a Sunlight Wolf. Copy of Weasel, summon itself out. Then we can add back the copy of the Gazelle here. Link away into Princess. Princess is a crazy card. Be able to bring back any one of those monsters. Then we're going to activate the effect, summoning back out the Weasel here. Linking away for a copy of the Raging. And do we have maybe a Will to go with that? We have the Sanctuary already in the hand. That is absolutely insane for us. Having that Droll, still hurting us a lot, but having it anyways. We can then go for another copy of the Raging. And that's going to just let us play through so much here. We're going to be able to destroy that. Getting it summoned back out with Princess as well. Princess summoning it to herself out. Destroying that other card on the field. And we can't add that trap from the deck. But we can activate Roar to set itself from the graveyard here. And then we are going to activate the effect of the Weasel. And we don't... Oh, we can't activate the effect. We can't draw. Okay. It's like, can we just give it to them and not draw? But we're just going to pass on this. We see a Tribute Lanius being summoned here. Activating its effects. Do we just shotgun it right away, hoping the Princess destroys? Or just roaring it and hoping they don't have another extender? So we're going to let it go through here, sending the Mimikry Lanius. Activate the Mimikry here to search. And we do see 2 other spells and 2 monsters in the hand of the Raidraptor player here. We're searching for one of the new cards out of the Phantom Nightmare set. This one is an extender, I do believe. I know there's Noir and then this one here. I think this one's also a 3 of. So we're going to activate the effects to summon. And we do hit this with Roar. So trying to stop that, letting them have those two extenders here. We're going to see Battle Phase attack into it. What are we thinking? We're going to let that die, taking some damage here, bringing us down to 7,000. And this is going to be able to activate the effect of the Bloom. So we might be able to play through this after all. This is going to be in the damage step. Or that's Strangle, I believe, actually. I don't even know. These names are just way too complicated for me. Lanius, Lanius, Lanius. So there's reading if the effects are permanently negated from Roar. And then we have a question from the okay, so it's you can only use one of the effects once per turn. I do remember this. Yeah, so we were asked, can you only use the effect once per turn even though the activation was negated? And due to the fact that it means you can only attempt to activate one of these effects, and therefore you already have activated the effects, so you cannot, unfortunately, use it. So they're going to go back on that and not declare the attack. They're going to set one card instead. They were under the assumption that they could do that. I'm going to see them pass turn on this. Regardless, it still does not look good for our Raidraptor friend here. But that'll be alright. Salamangreats do have a hand. That Sprint combo was really nice. I know he explained it yesterday in deck profile, but being able to see that in action is quite nice for us. We're going to see Silent Mining discarding the Jack Jaguar, searching for another copy of Gazelle here. That's absolutely insane. We can then normal summon, or special summon out the Gazelle, because we did see the Jack Jaguar hit the graveyard here. Then Jack Jaguar can dump a copy of the Spinny. And we can then summon out the Spinny here. It looks like they are thinking about this. Do they maybe have a Ghost Spell in the graveyard? No, they're going to let it summon out here. Then we can go for a copy of the Mirage Stalio. Mirage Stalio can activate its effects. Detach to search, or summon from the deck, I should say. And we're going to be summoning out a copy of Fire here, which is going to let us get another search. We then get to link 2 into a copy of the Sunlight Wolf. That's going to be able to bounce back that copy of Tribute Lanius to the hand. And this should just be lines for an OTK here. We're going to be putting back the Sunlight Wolf with the Jack Jaguar. They do have the Call of the Grave for the Jack Jaguar here. Not too shabby. Having that Call of the Grave could potentially hit a Princess as well there. This is going to be making sure that they cannot relink into that copy of Sunlight Wolf. We then have the Foxy to be normal summoned. And they're going to go Battle Phase attack with the Phoenix. And then we're going to activate the effect of the Fire to destroy the Phoenix, which is going to normal summon itself out. And we're going to be gaining the attack here, which is going to be enough for game. And we do see, unfortunately, that Talents, they were not activating any monster effects during the main phase that turn. So we do see Salamangreat end up taking it in the game 3. Kind of unfortunate with that hand. Game 1 was also unfortunate with the further Raidraptors opening up that double copy of the of whatever it's called, plus the Smorg, plus the field spell there. But game 2, we got to see that cool sprint line, be able to bounce the cards, as well as getting that Sunlight Wolf effect, getting the search back, which is really nice for the consistency of the deck, and having a bunch of combos. We didn't get to see Princess being destroying stuff and coming back other than that one copy there. We definitely did not see any copies of the Amble Whale here, which is very interesting for this. But regardless, hopefully you enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe when we see more content like this. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.